Hey there. Welcome to day 13 of 21 Days of Presence. I'm Adrienne Elise. Well, 13 is a number in numerology. When you add it together, 3 and 1 makes 4. And 4 is like 4 walls. And here we are settling in to this portal energy because today we are feeling exact the Mars opposite Saturn energy. Now, Mars and Saturn are interesting combination because they're both action planets, and Mars wants to just fight for it and warrior barrel ahead. And Saturn says, let's do it methodically. And what are you really doing? And do you have a stable base? And this foundation, is this really where you want to go? And so there's a push-pull here. And Mars interacting with Saturn always feels like, no, you don't get to go. Now, Mercury is coming right up, cruising right along, catching up with Mars. And so today, so soon Mars will be in that opposition with Saturn, and they're both very close to the North Node in Cancer. So we're talking about trying to move forward, but in Cancer, it's about nurturing ourselves forward and maybe coming up everywhere where we're not feeling nurtured to move forward, which is pretty much everywhere in this world, as far as like if you're on a spiritual path and you're trying to move spiritually. This manifested world, the illusion and delusion of this manifested world is not in support of that movement. And energetically, too, forces working against our spiritual evolution. So these feelings are coming up. They're deep subconscious feelings about being thwarted and being blocked and being obstructed, and what you've been trying to do on planet Earth over lifetimes. So it's this huge culmination of energies right now as we move through this incredibly potent place of the galaxy and of the universe and of our timelines. Everything's trying to come together, and it's like, in order for us to remember who we really are, we have to uncover these traumas from the past. And it might be that these deep subconscious feelings is what's holding you back, and yet you have not been able to access it. And it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's like, well, first of all, wait, what? Okay, well, I can kind of identify with that feeling, and maybe this is the root. And then this world, the present time we live in is just a constant invalidation for the spiritual process. So maybe that's the energy that's coming forward today, is that part of the way we nurture ourselves forward in this intense time is to validate our experience and validate all the experiences we've had. Because when we're in denial of those experiences, they're going to eat away at us, and they're going to continue to feed these false programming and old patterns. And so we'll just get back in the rut, creating the same issue again and again. But if we face where we felt these feelings of being messed with or held back or interfered with, then maybe we can find some more self-empowerment, because this is a really important message for this time. If you do feel like you have been messed with and you have some unknown PTSD from past lives, or that doesn't make any sense, around deep pain and trauma around your spiritual growth process and around your spiritual path, this is where you come up again and again with these control energies, right? So there's a whole force of energies that don't want our spiritual evolution to take place. And so if you're a soul that's bringing that energy to the earth again and again, lifetime after lifetime, the way you have, like getting knocked down, getting up and doing it again, and at some point our soul goes, enough already, right? So this is where we're at. And that is actually because it's leading us to the place of recognizing that we are more powerful than all of these forces. In fact, the forces working against us have been using our own energy. Somewhere we gave away our power, and now we're begging for it back. So it's almost like we need to go do a reset back to when we were comfortable and owning our power in this earth evolution, maybe only one lifetime, and kind of remember what that feels like. So maybe that's the energy today, but it's a really important energy for us, especially moving out of the Piscean age. But it's confusing with all these delusional energies coming up with Neptune and Pisces, but it just feels, it's easy to go into the place of victim. And it's like, well, what's the point? Because I'll never win. I'm going to go build a beautiful thing in my sandbox, and they're going to come and knock it down. So why bother? And that's where we have given over our power entirely, right? And we need to recognize that we're just so much more powerful. Our consciousness is so much more powerful than all of these stories. And we need to take our power back and recognize that we can evolve beyond all of the mechanisms being used against us right now, because they're at an all-time high. So if you feel like you've have some weird stuff from past lives, where you were persecuted or killed, and you're working through that stuff, then you're definitely a targeted individual in this life, you know? And so it just feels like you're wading through mud sometimes with all of the electromagnetic and energetic interference, except for that someplace we've agreed to this. You know, in some part of ourselves, we've agreed to this. And we need to recognize that this is a contractual arrangement that may be ancient, but we can change it. And we're in charge of our destiny. As soon as you're ready, as soon as I say that, I feel fear energy come up like, oh gosh, you know, I've been wanting my destiny, but if it really lands, then I'm going to run, right? So we got to be ready. We got to recognize that program fear and allow ourselves to release these contractual arrangements and overcome all mechanisms of control on our psyche and spirit, take back the power of our consciousness. And maybe that's why these powers are so strong, is because they're pushing us to our true essential self and to the truth of who we are and the power of our consciousness. So we get angry enough to take it back, right? Mars has a destructive quality, you know, the warrior, but there's also a constructive quality to the Mars energy, and a constructive anger that says, I'm making a change now. I'm done and I've had enough. You know, and that's where humanity that's part of the process right now. And so this Mars opposite Saturn and Mercury coming into the fold, it's like just representing a huge shift with this 2020 astrology in our human evolution. And you're living it out. You are living the movie, and you're aware of it. And I think someday those of us that are aware and suffering and wondering why everybody else isn't paying attention is going to look back and be like, wow, that was so cool that I was aware of what was happening at that time, even though I didn't really know what was going on. You know, so somehow we just need to like get off the ride for a minute and come back to center and just feel for a minute the power of our consciousness, and maybe go back in time to when we were comfortable with holding our consciousness and our power, and there was no force out there that could interfere with it. And remember what that feels like, and take that power back so that we can just jump out of this lower matrix and start creating the world we want to see. Okay, so let's tap into the energies of today. We're settling in to the portal, kind of getting comfortable with the uncomfortable feelings of intensity. And so together, let's just go ahead and sink into this. And what if this squeezing, this contraction, this labor contraction is just pushing us deeper and deeper into the truth of who we really are, so we can take back our power. So go ahead and just feel yourself arrive in this now moment, taking a few deep breaths. And just putting down that root system, communicating with Mother Earth, the base of your spine, just relaxing and releasing, recognizing where you may have been, you know, these energies of the intensity gets intense, more intensity, the more intense the intensity gets, the more we leap out of our body, and we're more floating on the earth, when the most safest, most peaceful and harmonious and supported place for us to be is in union with Mother Earth. So just go ahead and sink in. Like a deep sigh of relief. Welcomed home. We've bought into a lot of stories that us lightworker souls are not welcome here on this planet, and yet Mother Earth has a different story for us. So go ahead and feel her love, say hello to her, and just receive her love and support as you sink deeper and deeper into this electromagnetic union with our living, breathing, loving Mother Earth Gaia representation of the Great Mother. And just sinking in. So I'm being called to this ancient lifetime that all of the souls in these soul groups had a similar lifetime where you came to Earth and you were able to fully use your consciousness and powers that you have available, way more than you know you even have now. And it was a glorious, beautiful experience. And it was comfortable and safe. And it was an exploration in this beautiful Eden planet with your soul groups in celebration of life and consciousness. So we're just going to go back to this ancient time at the very beginnings of this Earth evolution to the Lemurian time at some point where you felt comfortable with the power of your consciousness, safe and excited to work together with your team. And let's travel to that point on your timeline and go ahead and receive an energetic wave to reset your vibrational frequency to that feeling in your physical body, energetic body, all of your emotional bodies from all of your lifetimes. Your physical body cell by cell, just sending this message along, this energetic reset of feeling at home and safe in your own power of your own consciousness. This is this strange inkling feeling that keeps us going in this evolution. Some faint memory of what it felt like to fully express and share and celebrate in creation with your soul groups. And just imagine that and receive that energetic wave. And go ahead and share that energetic wave, that celebration with Mother Earth, sinking deeper and deeper in energetic union. Your electromagnetic field and Mother Earth's electromagnetic field coming into harmony with this vibration of potential and excitement for the future as we're reminded of the potential of our past. Just take a few deep breaths and enjoy this moment. Go ahead and just imagine that you can bring back that part of yourself into this now moment gradually as you can allow. This is like a soul retrieval. Just gradually bringing back this memory, vibrational memory of you in your power. Comfortable, excited, creating your soul group. And let that live in your heart like a tiny flame, ready to spark with the opportune moments, timelines, and lining up of astrological energies as we move into these next chapters. And just feel the peace in knowing that that's there. This beautiful future is already created, and we are on the path together in alignment with our highest ideal. Just take a few deep breaths and enjoy that peace. Can you allow yourself to set your course and enjoy the ride? It's like you've been getting ready for a big trip, and it's hectic and there's so much to do. And now it's time to just get on the train. Sit back. There's nothing else to do except for be present for the experience as we move through this most powerful, potent portal. Just feel that peace as you hunker down for the ride, allowing Mother Earth to support you on all levels. Just taking a few deep breaths, bringing this peace with you into your everyday life as much as you can allow. And when you're ready, go ahead and complete your meditation. Well, thank you for going on this journey together. Day 13, a timeline alignment. So that's a really sweet energy and a kind of a interesting message. So it's time to put your seatbelt on and kind of get ready for the journey. And we'll just see what that means. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on day 14. Keep in mind a live activation that's happening noon Mountain Time on Sunday, the 16th, for the full moon in Sagittarius, and next Friday, the 21st, 9 a.m., the soul group session where we're going to do more work like this, really in depth into actual past life pictures that we've shared, and get those energetic resets, those contracts cleared, and just step through the portal into who knows what. But we'll be together for it. So thank you so much for joining me. Please like, share, and subscribe so other people that might need these messages can find them. And I appreciate your support. Thank you so much. I'm Adrienne Elise. Until next time, till tomorrow, day 14. Namaste.